And welcome to the Smart Science measurement video about the elastic collisions lab. Now, an elastic collision is a collision where the two objects bounce off each other and could go any different direction afterwards. They could come back from where they started, they could keep going the direction that they were headed, really depending on the parameters of the elastic collision. And in this case, you've got a brief lab description at the top of the screen here. Then you've got your lab guideline. We're going to be clicking on the right side of the selected glider before the collision and after the collision. So we've got two different gliders we can measure for each collision. Looking at those, we're going to learn something about momentum. Momentum being mass times velocity. You want to see the momentum of the two objects before the collision and then compare that with the momentum of the two objects after the collision. Let's give it a try. So how does momentum of a system change after an elastic collision? Okay, we're just going to go ahead and pick one of these hypotheses randomly to show you how to click on it. Then it becomes my hypothesis. In more advanced classes, you may have to write a hypothesis. Then we'll take a collision. Let's go ahead and take the first one. It says 150, 150 slow left glider. So that means I'm going to be clicking on the left glider. See that come in, bounce, and there the other one heads back out. So left, that's the incoming one. Let's click. Notice the instructions down here. Click to the right side of the selected glider before the collision and after. So we're just going to do that. And you'll notice the red marks where I click. You notice points going in my data table. It looks like each point is about 1/10 of a second or 100 milliseconds. And once the collision happens, you'll notice that the incoming glider looks like, well, it pretty much stopped. And the outgoing one is moving now. So measure the momentum, in other words, this incoming speed and the after the collision speed for both these gliders. Compare the total momentum before the collision to after the collision. See what you find out in this Smart Science lab about elastic collisions. Don't forget to save your data with the Save button. That puts it up in your list here. Or if you don't like it, you can always reset using the Reset button while you're still measuring. Like if I click one more time, the Reset button comes up. That would start me measuring over from the beginning.